The LA Lakers made, shall we say, some interesting moves this week. And in trying to assess how the air quote snow time Lakers are going to look next season, rather than turning the clock ahead, you should be turning the clock back. Specifically, 20 years ago. 20 years ago to a time where we were listening to Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. 20 years ago when Run It by Chris Brown was dropping and It's Going Down by Young Jock was fresh and new. The LA Lakers of now have turned into the mid-2000s LA Lakers in a snap. To start positively, they once again have one of the NBA's most lethal offensive threats in his prime. In 2006, we were talking about prime Kobe Bryant. He was still wearing the number 8, about to make the change to the 24. He won the scoring title in consecutive years. Similarly, Luka Doncic has won scoring titles 2 of the last 3 seasons. Unfortunately, a lot like 2006, the current supporting cast isn't enough to compete for a title for Los Angeles. Not to come close to it. See, this title of Laker basketball, for those who don't know their history or just trying to place it, it was in between title-winning eras. See, the Lakers bookended that decade, the 2000s, with the three-peat Lakers at the beginning, with Shaq and all those guys, and then it was Pau Gasol and company helping win titles at the latter part of the decade. We're talking about what came in between. The teams that had Caron Butler and Lamar Odom and Luke Walton and Smush Parker, well, that's a name, as the best supporting cast to Kobe Bryant. The current Lakers do not have LeBron James anymore. That was not a slip of tongue. They decided to let him walk because they wanted to pay Austin Reeves as their second best player and bring in Walker Kessler, giving up draft capital in order to do so. Your big three is Austin Reeves, Walker Kessler, and Luka Doncic, which sounds a lot closer to being a big three of Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, Kobe Bryant than it is a big three that had Shaquille O'Neal on the team and Derek Fisher. The biggest difference, though, between the Lakers of 20 years ago and the Lakers we're going to see later this year is that the current Lakers don't have any assets to improve the roster. That seems to be a pretty big issue, wouldn't you say? The big issue, the reason the roster construction for these Lakers, it doesn't make sense, is because normally you're either making moves that make you better for the long term or make you better right now. And the moves that Rob Pelinka has made, those moves do neither. You're not better right now when you're substituting Sandro Mamu in LeBron James' spot. You're not better right now as a result. And in the long term, you're not better because in order to acquire Walker Kessler and pay Walker Kessler, you had to give up 2 first-round draft picks and some swaps to do so. So now the Lakers don't have any first-round draft picks over the next 7 drafts. Yes, you heard it right. No first-round draft picks over the next 7 drafts and only 1 second-rounder. At least the Lakers of 2006 and 2007, those Lakers that were jamming to London Bridge by Fergie. Let's play the basketball! If you know, you know. At least those Lakers with Mitch Kupchak and company had the ability, had the assets to give up a couple of firsts and a few prospects in order to land Pau Gasol. Rob Pelinka doesn't have that card. So this is going to end badly for LA. Even though if you're looking for the comp to compare the Lakers to, You shouldn't be going back to the George Mikan Lakers and how white this roster looks. You should be going back to the Lakers 20 years ago, where you have a super, super duper star in his prime that doesn't have the support around him in order to contend.